Deeper Life Church Girl That Fell in Love. Love Lost in Time, Part 1. True Life Story. Rose and Austin were childhood classmates who shared many innocent memories together. They played, laughed, and studied side by side, forming a bond that was pure and unspoken. But as life would have it, their families moved apart, and they lost contact with each other. Years passed, and they both grew into young teenagers. Rose, now a devoted Deeper Life girl, had matured into a beautiful young lady, while Austin had become a diligent and focused student. Despite their separation, fate had a different plan for them. One day, Rose visited her friend Esther, a fellow church member who lived in the barracks. As they played together, Rose noticed a familiar figure sitting outside, deeply engrossed in his homework. Her heart skipped a beat. Could it be Austin? Rose's excitement knew no bounds as she turned to Esther and asked about the boy. Esther casually replied that he was her neighbor, Austin. Rose's heart swelled with joy, and she longed to talk to him again. Please support this channel by clicking the subscriber button, liking this video now, and dropping a comment. Thank you. Determined to reconnect, she made up an excuse to stay longer at Esther's house. She couldn't take her eyes off Austin as he focused on his books, completely unaware of her presence. Her heart raced, remembering their childhood days. That night, Rose couldn't sleep. Her thoughts were filled with Austin, his smile, and their past moments together. She yearned to see him again, to talk to him, to relive the connection they once had. The next day, Rose returned to Esther's house, hoping to see Austin again. To her delight, he was in the same spot, doing his homework just like before. This time she decided to take a bold step. She quickly scribbled a short note, introducing herself as his childhood classmate. With a racing heart, she handed the note to a little boy playing nearby and asked him to deliver it to Austin. The boy nodded and ran off excitedly. Austin received the note and read it with curiosity. He looked around, trying to find out who had sent it, but the boy had already disappeared. He was intrigued and amused, wondering who this Rose was. Please support this channel by clicking the subscriber button, liking this video now, and dropping a comment. Thank you. The next day, Austin saw the little boy again and stopped him. Who gave you the letter? He asked. The boy pointed toward Esther's house and said, It's her friend, the one who always comes to visit. Austin chuckled. He remembered Rose, a beautiful, dark-skinned girl with a striking presence. His mind drifted back to their childhood, and he found himself smiling at the thought of their reunion. Later that day, as he sat outside again, he saw Rose and Esther playing. He lifted his hand and waved at them. Rose's heart leaped with joy, and she eagerly waved back, her face glowing with happiness. Esther looked at Rose and teased, Since when did you and Austin start talking? Rose laughed and replied, I told you before, we were classmates. Esther smirked but let it go. After a while, Austin gestured for Rose to come over. She rushed to his side, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. Their eyes met, and for a moment, it was as if no time had passed between them. They talked for hours, reminiscing about their school days, the games they played, and the mischief they got into. Laughter filled the air, rekindling their once-forgotten bond. Thanks for watching our bed story. Please click subscribe button, like, comment, and share for more interesting videos like this.